look who we have here, a member of the family, alumnus of the old pro football talk show on NBCSN, our good friend, former Buccaneers quarterback who won the first playoff game in franchise history. He's Shaun King. What's up, Shaun?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing great, buddy. Great to see you. You're also the guy that threw the pass that Bert Emanuel caught, that touched the ground, that caused the rule change, that screwed up the NFL for 20 years.
Yeah, I'm still looking for that replay, ref. If you find him, let me know.
What do you remember most from that game? You guys came so close to beating that great Rams team. 11-6 or 11-5 was the final score. What stands out to you the most from that all these years later?
Well, now when you see all the technology and the communication that exists between a controversial play or what's deemed to be a controversial play and how it's communicated, it was so different back then. Like, we actually called timeout after the catch, and we had no idea that the play was even being reviewed. Like, I remember, just like yesterday, I had actually called the next play in the huddle, and we were breaking the huddle, and the referee was standing over the ball, and he said, go back in the huddle. So that was the first time that we it was brought to our attention that something may be, not right. So, just the fact that we didn't even know, was one of the fascinating aspects of that not a lot of people would know.
Shaun, I was there when you were drafted in 1999, and that was a great team. You guys played on one of the best defenses, 2 Hall of Famers now. Obviously, the 2002 team won the Super Bowl. What was the best team in Tampa Bay ever, you think?
Oh, well, defensively, I think it was a 99 team. And if you look at the allocation of resources, all the money was on that side of the ball. And John Gruden did a great job when he came in. But also, I think organizationally, for the first time, they invested on offense. We added Keenan McCardell. We added Joe Jurevicius. We added Ricky Dudley, Michael Pittman, Thomas Jones. So for the first time since I had been there, we actually put a lot of our resources from a salary cap standpoint on offense. So I think that's what got us over the hump, because now we had an offense that can actually, pick up for our defense regularly when they weren't playing at the highest level.
Do you think it's possible these days, Shaun, to win on defense, to win with a great defense and maybe not a top franchise quarterback? I mean, you look at these 2 quarterbacks in the game, they're 2 of the best quarterbacks and perhaps headed toward NFL history for Patrick Mahomes, and obviously for Brady, he's already there. But can you win with defense? The old adage.
I think you can. I think what's happened is the finish line has been adjusted to what great defense is. In 99 and 02, great defense was you held an opponent under 20 points, like you hit the quarterback, you were physical with the wide receivers after the catch, like you just went out and had a dominant physical defense. To me now in 2020, 21, you can win with defense, but it's got to be based on turnovers. You've got to have a group that can take away the football from the other team's offense and give your guys extra possessions, because the rule changes have made it so that you can't play that same physical brand of defense.
Hey, Shaun, these 2 teams that are going to be playing on Sunday, known for offense, their defenses get overlooked. They're both pretty good. The Chiefs have been good all year. The Buccaneers have gotten a lot better in recent weeks. Which of the 2 defenses would you rather face if you were the quarterback?
The Chiefs, absolutely. I don't think the Chiefs are near as good as they were last year on defense, whereas I think Tampa literally line up with 4 down linemen and rush Shaq Barrett and JPP and get consistent pressure. You got 2 of the best linebackers in the National Football League in Devin White and Levante David. And then his name's not mentioned a lot, but Kevin Ross has done a tremendous job with this secondary. When you're talking about a young group of players, even though they're talented, they've been very inconsistent throughout the regular season. They've been outstanding the last 2 weeks and forcing turnovers, getting past this defense on 3rd down, like covering elite wide receivers in one-on-one situations, not getting bad penalties in big situations. So I think Tampa's a lot more talented defensively, and I think they're playing at a higher level currently.
It's been 18 years since the last time the Buccaneers were in the Super Bowl, and it's a different kind of a world now, obviously. But how does the excitement level in Tampa this time compare to how it was the last time around in 2002?
Well, this is Title Town, and everyone, I know you have a national show, you have a lot of people that watch and tune in to hear what Mike Florio has to say, listen, we are telling you guys, this is Title Town, USA. Tampa Bay Rays made it to the World Series. Even though we didn't win it, we're in the World Series. The Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup. Our hockey team, the Tampa Bay Rowdies, won their championship. And now our NFL professional football team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, are in the Super Bowl with a chance to bring the Lombardi Trophy back here for the second time. So it's been a pretty neat, 6 to 8 months for this city. And this is a great way to put a bow on top of it again. We got to win.
You've got a couple of your teammates in the Hall of Fame. John Lynch and Rondé Barber are finalists this year. How cool would it be, especially for John? He seems the closest to getting in. How cool would it be to see him get in this year? It just kind of icing on top of the cake for the Bucs.
Well, it'd be great because not only are John Lynch and Rondé Barber great players, they're great people. And they've gone on and done tremendous things since they retired from the National Football League. And I think that should count for something, So I'd love to see John get in. I'd love to see Rondé get in. I think the organization deserves it. And hats off to Tony Dungy, because that would be all four Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that are still living, that are in the Hall of Fame, were drafted, if I'm not mistaken, by Tony Dungy. Though I might be wrong on that with Brooks and Sapp, but I know he was a big part of raising and developing them into the players that they became. So he deserves a lot of credit for putting that team together, and I'd love to see us, get those last two guys in.
I know I hear you're coaching now, Shaun. Do you enjoy the experience of coaching?
I do. The intrinsic value attached to it is tremendous. I mean, you're convincing a family to send you their child, and you're telling them that you're going to nurture and take care of him and help him grow from a boy to a man, and that's on and off the field. So when you see the byproduct of that on the back end, I mean, it's very rewarding.
Shaun, you overlapped for a year in Tampa Bay with Chris Sims. Now, I've spent almost 4 years with him. One year would be enough, frankly. Give me the Chris Sims memory that stands out. Best story about Chris Sims.
Well, he's white chocolate. He's the palest black dude I know. And, you look at him and you think one thing, and I mean, he's the most down-to-earth, cool guy I've ever seen. He fit in with everybody. But I'll never forget, John was mic'd up. I think we had just moved training camp over to Disney. Chris had one of those plays, blast the Y bunch right up counter motion, 72 crisscross, Y swing, X out. Hey, if we get Mike saying we want to go 98 bunch crunch, if you think you're getting any kind of weak pressure, go 200 jet smoke. And, Chris kind of fell off at blast. And it was so unique in that he was trying to figure out how to actually call plays. And I think it took him the whole first year to be able to call, full play. But, I mean, to watch him grow, and, he's a great dude. I'm super proud of what he's done, in the media. And I miss him. Hey, Chris, we miss you down here in Tampa. I wish it was normal times and I could be there live and spend a little time with all you guys.
Now, Shaun, he claims that after scoring a touchdown in the playoff game against Washington in 2005, that he actually threw the ball not into the pirate ship, but into the hole in one of the cannons. I don't believe it. You've been on that field. You see how far it is. You see what kind of target that is. Is it possible for someone to throw the football into the hole in one of the cannons?
Well, I mean, what he forgot to tell you was he was trying to hit the scoreboard. So I do believe the ball could have went in the cannon, but I don't think he was aiming for the cannon. I think he was aiming at the scoreboard.
What's the key for the Bucs in this game, Shaun?
I think we have to control time of possession. If you look back at the regular season game between Kansas City and Tampa, the Chiefs had the ball for 36 minutes. Tampa only had it for 23. And a lot of that had to do with our inability to convert third downs or being manageable third downs. So you look at the Saints and Packers game. Early in those games, we were very aggressive on third down, third and short, throwing the ball deep. We didn't convert. I think it's very imperative that you keep Patrick Mahomes and that offense on the sideline. You limit their ability to do damage by not allowing them to get on the field. So Tampa has to control the time of possession, in my opinion.
Shaun, everybody's talking obviously about the Mahomes-Brady matchup. Brady in his 10th Super Bowl. Mahomes trying to go back-to-back for the first time since Brady did it in 03-04, I believe, or 04-05, whatever it was. But how do you see this quarterback matchup shaking out?
Well, I think it's two guys that are unbelievably successful. I think they're completely different in how they find ways to win games. I think Brady might be one of the best leaders in professional sports history, regardless of football, basketball, hockey, or baseball. Just what he's been able to do with a lot of different supporting casts and getting those guys to believe in what the goal was for that season and finding a way to get it accomplished. That's second to none. And we're dealing with Mahomes. I mean, he's a unicorn. I mean, he's one of the only guys I've ever seen in the history of this league that can beat you with his mind, his arm, or his legs. And those guys don't come around that often. So, I mean, two guys that get it done in different ways, but hey, this is what we wanted. You know, the two things that Brady brought to Tampa was maturity and notoriety. Tampa had kind of fell off the national landscape. I mean, we were not relative or relevant, to anything going on in National Football League from a positive standpoint. So when he got here, we became a national brand. And to go on the road and win 3 playoff games in a row, I mean, that's huge. A lot of people were unsure about the Chiefs late in the year, that last quarter of the season. Even though they found a way to win some games, it didn't look like the Chiefs. They came back. They've been dynamic in the playoffs. So, I mean, it's everything that you can want. The young gun versus the old head. Does the old cowboy have one more, gun battle that he can win against this up-and-coming stud?
Shaun, I'm doing a little research here on the fly, and I'm doing a little bit of rough math. You're just a couple of months older than Tom Brady. How in the hell, from your perspective, is this guy still going and playing at a high level at age 43?
Well, him and Drew Brees got into yoga and stretching before a lot of us. I never forget, I had a conversation with Drew in 2001. He was talking about, even then, all the resources that he was putting towards, maintaining his body in the off season. And, he was doing mental gymnastics with, hired help. So they were just ahead of the game as far as the comprehensive, athletic plan, for, January to December for an athlete. And I think LeBron James gets a lot of credit, justifiably so, for being a guy that really invests in his body before the game, during the game, after the game. But in football, Drew Brees and Tom Brady were way ahead of the curve as far as all those things are concerned.
Well, hey, Shaun, we appreciate some of your time as always. It's great to see you. You're looking good. Looks like a great day down there in Tampa. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the Super Bowl. And we look forward to talking to you soon, pal.
All right, thanks for having me. Good to see both of you guys. Enjoy Sunday.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.